VanEck decided to delist their Bitcoin ETF, and the IRS decided not to enforce their law on transactions over 10K per year. Also, Iran has already attacked some points of Israel and decided to show to Israel that they have missiles that can reach Israel directly from Iran. These are the things we're going to be covering in today's video. Without any further ado, let's get straight into the video of today. As usual, we're going to begin with Bloomberg, and the main headline on Bloomberg is about Iran is striking showcase high-tech missiles that could reach Israel. Now the thing is here, a striking Iranian cross-border missile attacks showcase a new part of the Islamic Republic long-range arsenals for the first time with weapons capable of hitting Israel directly. The distance is almost identical to that which would require to hit Tel Aviv. So why is that significant? It's because they have missiles that can go and attack Israel directly. If Iran can find a vulnerability, or if Iran has enough missiles to attack Israel, it could be that Israel is going to find themselves having to defend against missiles sent from Iran, not from Gaza or some other neighboring places with Hezbollah. Now, of course, having a missile that can reach Israel does not mean you're going to be able to successfully attack Israel. After all, Israel has the Iron Dome. However, the Iron Domes are not enough to defend the entire territory of Israel. So if Iran has enough intelligence, or the espionage of Iran finds out which spots cannot be defended by the Iron Dome, it could be that Iran can strike Israel. However, another thing also that is important, how many missiles they may have in stock, or how many missiles they have to launch an attack on Israel. Because remember, Hamas attacked Israel with a lot of missiles, and so many missiles that of course the Iron Dome could not defend against. So the question is, how many missiles do they have, and do they have enough espionage to be able to find a spot where the Iron Dome is unable to protect? But the thing is, tensions are increasing between those two countries, and I believe it's only going to continue to increase. And obviously, now we have a situation where war is normally inflationary, but I think war will first cause inflation on energy commodities, and that inflation on energy commodities may have to push central banks to increase their rates or to hold their rates higher for a bit longer. At least those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Let me know that on the comments below. Now that was on geopolitics. Let's talk about cryptocurrencies. There are two news that I think is very important to share with you guys today. One is VanEck is delisting their ETF, and the other thing is the IRS will not enforce the 10,000 law. Now let's go for the VanEck first. So VanEck are delisting their Bitcoin Strategy ETF. Now this is not the spot ETF. This is the futures ETF where they managed to get approval, and it's being commercialized since November 21. Now the reason I'm sharing this with you guys is to show how this institutional money is not really all craving for Bitcoin or Bitcoin ETF. In fact, VanEck is delisting their ETF, the futures ETF, because lack of performance. Look at this. On January 17 announcement, VanEck said its board of trustees approved the liquidation and dissolution of the Bitcoin Strategy ETF on the COB BZX exchange, where it had been listed since November 2021. Now that means they didn't have enough performance, and that's why they're delisting. Now, when you look at the list of 14 approved ETF, some companies are buying only 75 Bitcoin. Now, how is it that you push for the approval of the ETF? Now there's a race to see who is going to be able to get the largest share of the market. I believe most of those companies are not going to be able to sustain the Bitcoin ETF for the long term, because there will be a lion's share only for a few companies. At least those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Let me know that on the comments below. Now, the ETF approval may have pushed the IRS to not enforce the law they want to enforce on the $10,000 per year. Look at this. The IRS says they won't enforce the $10,000 crypto tax rule, at least for now. Now, weeks after the confusion, anger spread across the crypto sphere over the concerns that a new law could send Americans to jail, failing to immediately report crypto transactions over 10,000. The IRS has classified that the measure is not currently being enforced, and it will not be enforced for some time. Now, they also have a plan to enforce a law that any transaction that exceeds $600 per year eventually will be enforced. And of course, one thing is to be able to write the law. The other thing is be able to emphasize or to enforce that law. Look at this. Business do not have to report the receipt of digital assets the same way as most report receipts of cash until Treasury and IRS issue regulations. The IRS and the Treasury Department say that in a joint statement on Tuesday, this particular provision requires Treasury and the IRS to issue regulations before it can go into effect. So it's going to be at least a year or two before they can enforce this law. Now, it doesn't mean they're giving up. It just means they're not enforcing, at least for now. Now, if you guys want to find out more about this law and how they're going to try to push it, I'll be preparing a video for you guys talking about what this law says and what are the chances of being enforced and when. If you want to find out about that, please subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you'll be notified as soon as that video comes out. And with this, I wrap up this video. Now my question to you is, what are your thoughts on those laws? How long do you believe it's going to take for the 10,000K or the $600 law to be enforced? Let me know that on the comments below. This is it for now. Like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and above it all, share this video with someone else who you believe can benefit from this. See you guys in the next video.
Kaboom. Goodbye.